Hi everyone, I'm Firmansyah. I'm a student of MBA IPMI International Business School. I'm going to share a corporate finance subject with the lecturer Prof.Roy Sembel. The objective of this course is to give us a good problem-solving skill in finance from the point of view of the management, internal, and also the external, the investor. The successful completion of this course and the practitioner are expected to be able to first explain the important financial management decision and the internal linkage among them. Second, apply the financial management decision making tools in analyzing financial decision problem. Third, explore the evaluate opportunities to create the financial value to the firm and also the investor. Fourth, utilize the logistics of the corporate finance to improve the participant decision in other the business related the situation. And the last, and demonstrate the ability to discuss in structured way to hot issue that emerge the business in the finance media. Financial management is optimal orchestration of the internal and external financial resources toward the significant and sustainable value creation. A goal of financial management, first, as a basic objective, to profit maximization and wealth maximization. And second, operational objective is timely availability of required the finance. Second, most effective utilization of the finance. Third, the safety investment with the growth of enterprise. Others is the social objective with the timely payment of interest. Second, the payment reasonable dividend. The third, timely payment of wage. Fourth, fair settlement with the supplies. Fifth, timely payment of the tax. And sixth, with the main relation of the fairness. With the fourth is the research objective, researching into the new better source of finance. In financial management, number of figures are important. However, the story and the people behind the number are equally, if not more important, than the principal agent problems. So with the corporate governance stakeholder, with the conflict of interest and the ethical behavior. Goal of the firm is to maximize the profit. Maximize profit is not enough in this practice. First, we must go to the timing, risk, and also the sustainability. And also maximize shareholder wealth is to maximize the stock price and also the efficiency market. And the other goal of the firms, we avoid the agency problem with the shareholder manager conflict and with the owner shareholder hire the manager operation and also the principal agent problem. There is 4 of the principal agent problem. First, the conflict of the interest and the asymmetric info and the moral hazard and the adverse selection. So the solution of the principal agent problem is to make the manager compensation reflect the share of the price. Second is the stock option. Third is the fire manager who do not perform well. Fourth, to take over. And the last one is good corporate governance. Good corporate principle. First, transparency. Second, accountability. Third, responsibility. The fourth, independency. The fifth is the fairness. 4 cornerstones of the corporate finance. The first one is the 4 of the value principle. Second is conversion of the value principle. Third, expectational treadmill of the principle. And the last one is base owner principle.
5 business essential from the Professor Ramcharan is first one is the cash profit margin, perpetual velocity, growth, and also the customer focus. Application of the time value of money, there are several. First one is the tax planning and the estate planning, risk management and insurance, investments, retirement saving and the income planning, and others. Capital budgeting. So what is the capital budgeting? So the capital budgeting is a process that a business to evaluate the potential major project or investment and building a new plan or taking large stake in outside of the venture, for example, of the initiative that typically require a capital budgeting before they are approved or reject the management. So the key takeaways of the capital budgeting is the capital budgeting is used by a company to evaluate a major project and investment such as a new plant or the equipment. Second is the process that involves analyzing the project's cash flow and outflow and determine whatever expected returns made by the benchmark. And the third, the major method of the capital budgeting include the discount of the cash flow and payback analysis throughput the analysis. The first method of the capital budgeting is the payback periods. So we must know how many years does it take to cover the initial investment. But the weakness of the payback period is not considered the time value of money. Second, not consider and require rate of the return. The third, not consider all the cash flow from the project. Other methods, first is we can use the net present value. Second is the profitability index. And the third, the internal rate of return. All the methods are considered all the cash flow, time value of money, and required rate of return.
Financial analysis is to determine investment potential. There are two approaches to doing the analysis. The first one is the technical analysis. The second one is the fundamental analysis. So when we're talking about the portfolio investment, we must do diversification all the stock that we have. Key takeaway of the portfolio analysis is a portfolio investment is an asset that is purchased of the expectation that will be earned of the return growth of the value of the book. A portfolio investment is a passive, unlikely, a direct investment which implies hands-on management. And the risk tolerance, a time by the horizon, are the key factor of the selecting any portfolio investment. Financing capital structure. Capital structure theory, a benefit of a debt financing is the interest is the tax of deductible while the payment to the equity profit are not. The tax benefit, the higher of the tax rate, that the more valuable interest tax shall become. Financial distress, a velocity of the cash flow startup with versus the establishment of the company. Financial risk management. The market risk, the interest rate of the international finance and the instruments and the initial market currency future on option market. The restructuring in the case of the LBO Nabisco, the value creation tax benefit towards the optimal capital structure taking cash of out and conglomeration discount. Fraud risk management. Fraud risk management is a holistic and a proactive fraud mitigation approach that is embedded with our organization. A successful strategy requires a robust internal
control plus the investment of anti-fraud technology. It also needs to consider the current and future fraud landscape. In fraud risk management, there are triangle fraud, occupational fraud abuse, the 7 financial shenanigans, and fraud prevention. A step to implement an effective fraud risk management. The first one is asset risk are vulnerable, and second, establishment clear policy and procedure. And third, implement of the internal control. The fourth is conduct regular fraud awareness training. A fifth, establishment monitoring and detection of the mechanism. Six, respond and investigate fraud indicates. The seven, continuously evaluate and enhance of the program. So what is the dividend policy? So the dividend policy is a company used to structure of dividend payout. Put a simply, dividend policy outlines how a company will distribute of the dividend to the shareholder. There are a structured detail as specific about the payout, including how often each of the benefit dividend policy are mandatory, and some companies is chosen not to reward shareholder with the dividend. So the key takeaway of the dividend policy is a dividend policy dictates of the structure of the company dividend payout. Second, dividends are often part of the company strategy. Third, a stable constant renewal are the 3 types of dividend policy. The fourth, even though the investor know companies are not required to pay dividend, many consider it a blur that the specific company financial health. That's all about the corporate finance mind mapping. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you.